Top 3 things I learned from an FBI lead hostage negotiator here in New York City, Lower East Side. Found this really cool park. Seminar just finished up yesterday. Wanted to share with you the top 3 things I learned from a former FBI hostage negotiator. Tip number 1 is ask a no-oriented question. In sales, it's always a race to yes, it seems like. You know, people say, get the client to say yes, get them to say yes 10 times, and when you go for the close, they're already conditioned to say yes, so they're gonna say it again. This doesn't work. This isn't like 1996. Customers and clients, they've caught on to this. And let me tell you why it doesn't work. You know, I get a lot of sales calls too. I got one the other day. A guy said, Matt, are you interested in growing your business and getting more clients in Arlington, Virginia? Well, you know, of course I am, but you know, if I say yes to that, I feel like I'm being trapped. I feel like I'm being led down a road that, you know, I don't know if I want to go down. When you ask the yes questions, that's almost like a commitment from the client, and you know, sometimes that's the last thing they want. The client wants to feel like they're in power. And when you ask a no-oriented question and they say no, well, now they're in power. At least they feel like they're in power. So ask the no-oriented question, create an illusion of control, and when a client says no, they feel like they're in control. Ask the no-oriented question. Don't be afraid of the word no. Second tip I have is to label the other side's emotions. It feels like, it sounds like, it seems like, it looks like. Okay, well, what you've done by labeling the emotions is you open them up. Get them talking, get them speaking. When you're listening, you have the power. And even better, if you mislabel their emotions, they will correct you. Guys, people love correcting you when you're wrong. So when you label the emotions, what this does is it gets them to open up and gets that true desire, that true motivation closer, or it even brings it right out. Label the emotions. The third thing I learned from an FBI lead hostage negotiator is to anchor your bad news. No one likes delivering bad news. You gotta do it sometimes. Unfortunately, the reason for my call today is to deliver bad news. And then you wait. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, let that silence build up. You know, sometimes silence speaks louder than words. So let that silence build up, and they're gonna create terrible situations in their head, which are usually worse than what you're gonna say. They're gonna think of, you know, someone's dog died, does someone have cancer, right? They're gonna think of very bad situations that are not reality. And then you go on, you tell them the bad news. If it was your fault, take responsibility, offer up a solution, and then this is key, guys, end with an open-ended question. What, how, what, how? After hearing this, how would you like to proceed? What would you like to see happen? Give them the illusion of control. Open-ended questions. Don't ask the closed yes, no. Ask an open-ended question. This is gonna give them the illusion of control. So anchor that bad news. Unfortunately, the reason for my call is to deliver bad news. Don't try to sugarcoat it. I have good news, I have bad news, because that's in your mind. The good news may not be good news to the client, right? If they're thinking they're getting good news and they don't get it, that emotional swing, that emotional pendulum, if you will, that's gonna come back and swing even harder, and you're not gonna like the results. Anchor the bad news, take responsibility. If it was your fault, don't lie. If it was your fault, take responsibility. Offer up the solutions you're doing right now, and then finish with an open-ended question. All right, guys, there you have it. Top 3 tips. I'd say this is a 9 to 5, fully intensive seminars. It costs a lot of money. It's well worth it. Top 3 tips I learned from an FBI lead hostage negotiator. Just to recap, ask a no-oriented question, label the emotions, sounds like, feels like, seems like, it looks like. This gets them talking, right? This gets them opening up, and you can listen. You gotta listen. Then the last thing is to anchor the bad news. Fortunately, I have terrible news. And then you wait. You build up that silence. Use silence to your advantage. Anchor, silence, responsibility, solutions, and then finish with an open-ended question. Open-ended question lets them feel like they have the power, they have control. That's what you want. Guys, these are tips you can use in your business and in your personal life. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. All right, thanks for watching. Until next time, create a productive day. Take care.